Greetings once again, Ninja. I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, back again with more of Naruto, Sasuke's story, the Uchiha and the Heavenly Stardust manga. Based off of a novel that I never read, Sasuke is on a mission to help out Naruto, who has contracted a deadly virus, one that the Sage of the Six Paths once contracted as well. The only hint being that the Sage of Six Paths discovered a cure in this particular region that Sasuke has infiltrated, with the only hint being a nearby prison slash research institute that Sasuke has infiltrated in order to discover its secret. However, getting in might not be as easy, getting out might not be as easy as getting in, as Sasuke has found that there is a particular guard dog for the prison, none other than a velociraptor. It's ninjas versus dinosaurs, dudes. If you're not fascinated by that, get out now. Otherwise, join me, won't you? Alright, the guy that Sasuke was talking to previously who wanted to join in on a prison escape with Sasuke because Sasuke helped to capture the guy, so he knew Sasuke's skills. Sasuke turned him down, so the guy tried to escape on his own, and he was massacred. The prisoners who have come out for their daily work look upon the carnage, and one says, "Poor fool, there's a reason why they leave every door in this place unlocked and wide open. It's 'cause there's no running from old Meno. Old Meno, who is promptly dining on the innards of the failed escapee. Beats me how Zansul ever tamed that thing. You're telling me." Sasuke observes the vicious lizard as Warden Zansul comes up behind the prisoners asking, "Are we talking about me?" As Zansul adjusts his glasses, he tells them, "If you have time for such idle chatter, perhaps Menos will have time for dessert today." A cold shiver runs through the crowd as they go off to their work, as Menos continues to feast. The prisoners proceed to do their best impersonations of holes, but with pickaxes, as one prisoner walks up to Sasuke asking, "It's Sasuke, yeah? I figured you and I will be paired up a lot from here on out, so I thought I might as well say, hey." Sasuke doesn't say anything, but the man says, "Oh, come on, you forgot already? The name's Gigi. We're cellmates." Sasuke simply tells the man, "Great, now get that pickaxe moving. Guards are coming." Gigi proceeds to do just that, saying, "Good looking out, man." But Gigi also takes a moment to try to warm his hands, saying, "Aren't you cold, Sasuke?" Sasuke simply says, "I am," continuing to pick away at the ground. Gigi says, "I thought so. Supposedly we're building a base for some whopper of a telescope, but all I know is that we'll freeze to death if this keeps up. Still, better than getting ripped to shreds by Meno, I guess." But suddenly, Gigi says, "Ow." And as Sasuke turns, Gigi's wiping his hand, saying, "My lucky day. I busted a blister, which means I've won a trip to the infirmary." Sasuke questions, "Is that a good thing?" Gigi's surprised, saying, "You don't know? There's a new doctor. A real sweetheart, easy on the eyes, and single to boot." Is that Sakura? That's totally Sakura, isn't it? Oh my god. I was wondering, because Sakura was on the cover of the color spread that they had for the first issue. So I was like, okay, when does Sakura come into play? There it is. Sasuke asks Gigi, "How do you know she's single?" Gigi says, "She ain't wearing a ring." Sasuke is confused, saying, "Meaning?" Gigi says, "Alright, you're not from around here, are you? It's a custom in the land of Redaku. When you marry someone, you exchange rings. So a ring on the fourth finger of your left hand means you're hit," much like American customs. Sasuke thinks back to Lila's mother Kyle, and how she was relieved to get back a ring from the robbers. Sasuke realizes and says, that's what it was then. Gigi then tells Sasuke, "And this doctor, she ain't got a ring, so..." But then Gigi sees the guard and immediately thinks to himself, "Crap, oh hell," as he quickly tries to go back to work, and Gigi thinks to himself, "The guard, don't come this way. Nothing to see here." Gigi goes right back to picking. As the guard passes, Gigi relaxes and says, "Phew, nothing to worry about. Gotta relax more. And now we know something." Gigi points to Sasuke and says, "The guards are scared of you, Sasuke. You see that guy's face? It was plain as day." Yeah, he was sweating a little bit, like he was nervous about Sasuke for some reason. Maybe because Zansul has an interest in Sasuke? Gigi gets up and says, "Oh man, if only I'd beat down some fools the day I showed up. Maybe I could have shaken them up like you did, except I probably would have wound up taking a beating. Sasuke doesn't respond. Sasuke then heads to his cell, and as he enters, he sees Gigi and several men. One of them saying, "Damn it, Gigi. They're playing craps." The guy says, "Triple twos? Give me a break." Gigi says, "Heh, sorry, Tenzila, but your smokes are mine." Tenzila turns to Sasuke and says, "You're Sasuke, right? Join us for a round of CeeLo?" Oh, CeeLo. Interesting. Sasuke simply says, "No thanks." Tenzila is unamused, saying, "You're no fun." Tenzila then turns to the other man in the room, saying, "Say, Gano, you're playing, right? Get over here." Gano says, "I can't right now." Gano is still busy painting his nails. All his toenails. Tenzila is dejected again, saying, "More little paintings? You never get sick of those, huh?" Gano tells him, "Don't distract me. I'm nearly finished and this part is key." Tenzila turns away saying, "You better clean that off before inspection next week, yeah?" Gano simply says, "Hence my urgency." Tenzila once again tries to get Sasuke to join in, saying, "Come on, Sasuke, I'll even go easy on ya." But Sasuke thinks to himself about Meno, thinking there was something about that thing. Maybe because it's reptile related, Sasuke can feel a connection, or maybe it was constructed using snake DNA. Tenzila relaxes, saying, "Bunch of party poopers, fun, I'll play by my lonesome." But Sasuke then says, "No, I changed my mind, I'll play with you." Tenzila is excited, saying, "For real? I knew you had it in you." Gigi says, "This is your first time since coming here, right?" Sasuke says yes as he reaches for a small stone. He then uses his jutsu, Earth-style, Stone Luster, making a small stone seem shiny suddenly, saying, "Can I bet with this?" Tenzila is shocked, saying, "Whoa, a gem? Is it real?" Gigi kinda dismisses it, saying, "No way. It's gotta be glass or something." Tenzila sits down, saying, "Well, I don't know what good a pretty bead will do me. Not much worth playing with if you can't put a match to it and smoke it." Gigi says, "But it's not like you have any more smokes to bet with either." Tenzila agrees, saying, "You got that right." Gigi tells him, "Guess you gotta wager your kitchen duty." But Sasuke says, "No, not that." Gigi questions, "Then what?" Sasuke says, "I don't want cigarettes either. Instead, you'll be wagering a single favor for me." Tenzila is confused, saying, "Care to elaborate?" Sasuke says, "After I win." "So what's the best roll?" Tenzila questions, "Eesh, you don't even know the rules? Triple snake eyes. The best roll is when all three dice come up one." He hands the dice over to Sasuke, saying, "Go on." And Sasuke simply says, "Then that's what I'll roll." Gigi and Tenzila turn to each other questioning this, and he even gets the old man Geno questioning. Sasuke puts a bit of his chakra to the dice, throws them. Kind of looks like he used a little bit of wind manipulation too on them. The dice clatter around like crazy, and once they settle, Gigi and Tenzila look in, and Tenzila says, "Well, I'll be." And Sasuke simply says, "Looks like I win." Tenzila is shaking, saying, "No friggin' way. You must have cheated. Declaring your roll triple snake eyes and then pulling it off? Nobody's that lucky." Gigi simply says, "Give it up, Tenzila." While Geno still doesn't say anything over on the side. Sasuke says, "Now you promised to do me a favor. It's a simple one. I'm going for a walk, so while I'm gone, I need you to cover for me if the guards decide to check in." Tenzila taken off guard by this, and he grabs onto Sasuke's ankle, saying, "No way. That's too big an ass, man. How the hell am I supposed to cover for you when we're clearly gonna be one guy short?" Sasuke rips his leg free and says, "Puff up the bedding or something." But as Sasuke begins to exit the cell, Gigi says, "Sasuke, do you even have a cloth pass? A cloth pass? Without one, it's a violation to step out of the cell after hours." The cloth pass is having a black cloth tied around your hand, I guess to show that you're allowed to be outside your cell. Gigi tells him, "This is suicide." But Sasuke simply says, "I won't be long." He then heads out of the cell and goes running off. But Gigi simply says, "That's not the problem." You then see Sasuke doing his espionage thing, sneaking around, sneaking about. He thinks to himself, "If my guess is right, then Meno is most likely a summoned creature, and Zansul must be the summoner. But that beast is always around. It's being summoned for extended periods of time. Could Zansul really have that much chakra? Or is this summoning technique different from what we're familiar with in the Land of Fire?" Well, all very good questions. But as Sasuke heads down a corridor, he hears a tapping sound, the same kind of tapping sound Mansul's claws make when they hit the ground. Ooh! Meno comes racing out of the shadows, claws and fangs bared at Sasuke. Sasuke activates his Sharingan, telling Meno, how about I just ask you myself? And just as Meno gets in close, Sasuke tries to use his Sharingan on him, but it doesn't seem to affect Meno, and this takes Sasuke off guard. He just barely manages to being slashed to ribbons by Meno. As Sasuke thinks to himself, how can it be unaffected by Genjutsu? Sasuke quickly backs away from Meno, but he's backed into a corner as Meno once again goes in for the slash. Sasuke just barely manages to duck underneath Meno's slash, so Sasuke goes in for the strike, hitting Meno in its midsection. It's a hard hit to Meno as it knocks the creature off its feet, but before it can regain its footing, Sasuke sweeps Meno's legs, causing the creature to hit the ground hard. But Sasuke, seeing everything that's happened, realizes and thinks to himself, I can't afford to leave traces of a fight here. Otherwise, there was no point in trying to avoid detection by coming through the main building. But as Sasuke begins to back away, Meno reawakens and goes right back on the attack, going at Sasuke with a fury of swipes. Meno used fury swipes that Sasuke just barely manages to avoid each of. Sasuke then, barfs up a friggin' kunai made out of stone, I think. That's some actual ninja tactics there. So as Meno goes in for another strike, Sasuke cuts off the fingers on Meno's right hand. But this does not deter Meno, who goes right back in on the attack, and Sasuke does the same. Brutally slicing through Meno, something beastly. It seems like it's more of a shallow slash, and as Meno gets up and goes running down the corridor, Sasuke thinks to himself, not good. I went too far. The next day, as everyone's working out in the quarry, Gigi calls over to Sasuke saying, hey Sasuke, where'd you go last night? Sasuke ignores him saying, I had a brief errand to run. And Gigi tells him, don't give me that, man. If you get caught, we all pay the price, you know? You were gone so long, we were betting you'd turn into Meno's last meal. Speaking of meals, during the lunch period, Sasuke looks out the window and sees something odd. I can only guess what it is. I had a feeling something like this would happen. As Sasuke thinks to himself, it can't be. And he sees Meno completely fine. No cuts, no fingers missing, out in the quarry, drooling up a storm, looking completely fine. Sasuke thinks to himself, his right claws. I thought for certain I cut them off last night. Suddenly, Zansul approaches Sasuke from behind, taking Sasuke a bit off guard. And Zansul just comes right on out saying, so you were the one who dared lay a hand on Meno. What are you after? Sasuke thinks to himself, if he already knows, then I have no choice. I have my own questions to ask. And Sasuke tries to use his Sharingan on Zansul, but nothing happens. Zansul gets right up and close. This completely takes Sasuke off guard, and Sasuke wonders to himself, why isn't Genjutsu affecting him? No, it can't be. Is it the glasses? Or is it something else? Zansul says to Sasuke, how clever of you to notice. Holy shit! Zansul takes off his glasses and says, not even the men I work with have yet to catch on. Men I see every day. And Sasuke realizes he has glass eyes. The hell? Then how does he get around? How does he see? What the fuck? Sasuke's taken off guard as Zansul puts back on his glasses, telling Sasuke, it seems you're capable of ninjutsu, Even so, you can never hope to take Meno from me. You were warned before. But if this is how you'd prefer to do things, I have no choice but to keep a closer eye on you. Look forward to that. See, it's interesting because Sasuke's not trying to cause a problem here. He just wanted to infiltrate, get what he needs, get out. So he's being tactful about this. He's actually putting his ninjutsu skills to good use. But it's kind of a situation where it's like the more he finds out, the more it's just like, okay, what is this place? Because I feel like people will ask the questions, well, shit, just break out your Susanoo. Hell, break out the Rasengan or something like that. Sasuke has so many abilities that he just turned this place to rubble, but he's not trying to do that. This is a prison. He's infiltrating it illegally. Like, Sasuke is technically in the wrong here. He's trying to be tactful about this whole situation. But he's quickly it seems like he's gonna find out that there's only so tactful you can be. Jeez, that panel with Zansul just getting right up nice and close. You definitely have me fascinated by what's going on here. Also, that's gotta be Sakura who's the new nurse. It feels like they were making it look like Sakura, but just bumped up the sexiness a little bit to kind of throw you off. Because Sakura doesn't normally use her feminine wiles, as it were. But I am fascinated by what's going on here. Something that Sasuke just isn't able to pick up on. That's intriguing, if nothing else. How did Meno come back? Is it multiple clones? Because I don't think they're summons. I think they're genetic creatures. But if Zansu has glass eyes, how is he able to just get around? How is it that nobody else has noticed? And what about Meno? It is very odd that Sasuke can't use his Sharingan on either one of them. I don't know, there's something deeper going on here. But the question is it a good thing or a bad thing? Probably bad, all things considered, but, I mean, again, this is a prison. Sasuke's infiltrated illegally. He has no right to just destroy all of this. He could bring this whole thing down, be like, oh, they're evil, the prisoner's evil, done, but he doesn't really have a right to do that. So I'm interested how he's going to get through this without causing too much collateral. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on the next video. But until then, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din and hope to see you in the next one. Till then, bye-bye.